ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजां वानरयुद्धमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्। आपदां परहर्तां दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। दक्षिणे लक्ष्मणो यस्य वामे तु जनकात्मजा पुरतो मारुतस्य तं वन्दे रघुनन्दनम्। Thank you, devotees, for joining. Today we will speak on Vibhishan Sharanagati on the auspicious day of Ramanavami, right? We wanted to glorify Ram, and what best than to speak on the surrender to Lord Ram, Vibhishan, how he surrenders to Lord Ram. So let's go to Sri Lanka right now. Let's try to see what's going on. Let's enter into Sri Lanka, where the mood is somber. Ravan is feeling embarrassed because our valiant Hanuman, who's as valiant like Indra, had come, and he had entered into the unconquerable Lanka, and he met Mother Sita. Not only that, he actually killed a lot of demons. Hanumanji fought with a lot of demons and killed them. And Hanumanji burned almost the entire of Lanka. So Ravan is feeling sad. Ravan is feeling embarrassed during all these years of his living, which is a long, long time. He has not faced a defeat like this. He's always been victorious. So he is in his assembly and he's talking to his ministers and he's asking them, "You're my good ministers. You know what is best for me. So I seek your advice. What shall we do? What shall we do that it will be good for Lanka? What shall we do so it's good for the people of Lanka for their benefit?" He's asking for their political wisdom, which none of them have except one. Indirectly, behind this question is a hidden meaning saying he does not want to give up Sita. He wants them to tell ways of how he can keep Sita. So the people, the ministers understood, and they kept on giving a pep talk so that Ravan's ego can be boosted. One of the ministers stood up and said, "Oh, Ravan, why are you talking like this? Don't you remember the time when you went to Bhogavati and you conquered the Nagas and this is your kingdom now?" Another Rakshasa stood up and said, "Don't you remember the time when you went to Rasatal and you conquered Vasuki, Takshak, Jati, and Shanka?" Another one says, "Don't you remember the time when you fought with the Danav Maya and he was scared of you, and to reconcile with you, he gave his daughter Mandodari as your wife?" Then one of the other ministers stands up and says, "Don't you remember you went to Kailash where Kubera was there, and you got the grace of Lord Shiva, and you also took away the Pushpaka vehicle from Kubera. Then one of the other ones says that, don't you remember you also went to Yamaraj abode, and then you defeated Yamaraj, the god of death, even though that's not true, but this is what they're telling him. They're also telling him this earthly realm was full of powerful kings, but nobody stood a chance in front of you. So what about these two ordinary men, Ram and Lakshman? They are of no strength as compared to you. So they're giving this boost, pep talk. Ravan is feeling better now. Then his minister, commander-in-chief Prahasta, who is mighty like a dark cloud, gets up and says, Ravan, nobody in the world, the Danavas, the Rakshasas, the Yakshas, the Kinnars, nobody can stand up to us. You just give me the order. I'll go to the mountains, to the ocean, to all the places in the world, and I'll kill all the Vanaras. Just what about Hanuman? I'll kill all the Vanaras. Just give me the order. Right? This is what he's saying, Prahasta. Then there's another a demon called Durmukha. And he says, I will go, you just give me the order, I will kill Hanuman. I'll kill all the Vanaras, right? And I will put an end to this monkey, Hanuman. And then there was a demon who was licking his lips because he had just eaten some flesh. He had a club in his hand which was stained with blood, and he was licking his lips. And he says, you don't need to involve anybody else. Just give me the order. I will go and kill Ram, Lakshman, Sugriv. Why do you talk about these monkeys? I'll just kill them. Then Nikumbha, who is the son of Kumbhakarna, says, you give me the order, and I will kill Hanuman, Sugriv, all the Vanaras, along with Lakshman and Rama. Right? So one after another, all the Rakshasas are standing up with their weapons and says, I'm going to kill, right? So many Rakshasas, Nikumbha, Rishabh, Suryastru, Suptagana, Yagna Raksha, Mahaparshva, Mahodara, Indrajit, so many Rakshasas stood up and said they're ready to fight for Ravan. But there's one minister, one person who is against all this. Ravan's younger brother, Vibheeshana, stands up and politely bows to all these Rakshasas and tells them, please calm down. Please calm down and take your seats. And then he says, we should try to utilize Sam, right? Sam means reconciliation. Dan means gift. And Bhed means dissension. Before we give punishment, dand, right? In Hindi, we call it Sam, Dam, Bhed, Dand. So first we should utilize Sam, Dan, Bhed before we utilize Dand. Why to start a war? And think about this Hanumanji. He actually crossed the ocean. Where is he getting his power from? He's alone is so powerful. So think about Lord Ram. Who can escape the arrows from Lord Ram? And what did Ram do to you, Ravan? What harm did he do to you that you abducted Sita? You can say that he killed Kharadushan and the 14,000 soldiers in Janastan. But anybody has the right to self-defend. Ram didn't go out killing the demons. They attacked him. Right? So if you do not want the Vanaras to come here, if you do not want Ram, Lakshman, Sugriv to come here with their army and kill and destroy the whole dynasty, the whole of Lanka, then please give up your anger. Do something which is meaningful. Do something according to the Shastras. Do something according to Dharma. Please restore Maithili, restore Vaidehi to Ram. He is earnestly pleading to Ravan. Ravan doesn't say anything. He just leaves the assembly and goes to his palace. Right? But Vibhishan is determined. Vibhishan is determined. So the next morning comes, he goes to Ravan's he goes to Ravan's palace. Ravan's palace is like the top of a mountain. It's like the summit of mountains. It's glorious. There's sections built out nicely. Along the roads, people are blowing conch shells. The Vedic sacred mantras are being chanted for Ravan's victory. There is fragrance all along the roads, right? And Ravan goes inside, and Vibhishan goes inside Ravan's palace, and he says, Maharaj ki jai ho. He says, may the Lord be victorious, may the king be victorious. And Ravan knows what his intention are, so he doesn't greet him just by his eyes. He tells him to sit down. Vibhishan sits down on a golden seat. There are only a few ministers there. The whole assembly is not the assembly, is Ravan's palace. Then Vibhishan starts speaking. So he was thinking, what should I do? Last time I tried telling him, Ravan did not listen. I should try something else this time. So Vibhishan says, King, have you seen the inauspicious omen which are there since you have abducted Sita? The Brahmanas are using the best of the ghee and the Havan Samagri, but the fire glow, the glow in the fire is not there. Even the serpents are coming from the fire pits. There is ants in the bhoga which is offered in the Havan. The cowherd boys are going to trying to milk the cows, but the cows udders have gone dry. The camels, the donkeys are started to shudder hair, and they're being treated by the doctors, but it's not being treated. They're not getting cured. The crows are crowing on the terrace. The carnivorous animals are just howling in the morning and in the night and creating so inauspicious signs. There are many inauspicious signs all around Lanka. And it's just not the animals. Even if you talk to the women in your harem, they will say that what you've done is wrong. They will also ask you to return Sita. So please heed to my words. Even though my words might seem unpleasant, I am just talking for your own welfare. Please return Vaidehi. Now, Ravan is with a fit of anger. His body is burning with fever. And he says, what do you think? Am I scared? Am I afraid of that two ordinary men, Ram and Lakshman? My son conquered Indra. I'm not scared of them. Go away from here. So he kicks away Vibhishan. So Vibhishan is gone from there. This is the second attempt he made. Now Ravan calls in his assembly. His assembly is full of all his ministers. Kumbhakarna has also gotten up from his sleep. Meghnad is there, Prahasta there, Mahaparsha there, everybody's there. Vibhishan now tries a third time. He sees Ravan is seated on a singhasan, on a seat which is studded with Neelam jewels, what is called the blue diamond. There is the deer skin on that seat, and he has pillows by the side of the masand in Hindi, right? He's sitting royally in that palace on his seat. And Vibheeshana says, who has put a venomous snake, a poisonous, deadly snake around you? Vibheeshana is comparing Mother Sita to a snake. And he says, you like her smile, but actually, those are the fangs that will bite you. You like her fingers, it's like the 5 hoods of a snake. Why do you want her to destroy the whole dynasty of Lanka? Why do you want to be killed? Please listen to me, that this will bring the whole destruction. And who will protect you if you don't give up Vaidhi? Ram is a follower of Dharma. He's a Dharmatma. He's powerful. He's valiant. He killed the 14,000 demons in matter of minutes single-handedly. If he releases his arrows and you want to go to the sun god to protect you, he will not be able to protect you. Even if you go to the Vayu, the wind god, he will not be able to protect you. Even if you go to the lap of Indra, even though he might not make you sit, but even if you go to Indra, he'll not be able to protect you. Even you go to Yamaraj, Ram's arrows will not leave you. So please, listen to my words. Please restore Maithili to Ram. Now Ravan is in a fury. He is furious, enraged. Ravan says, it's okay to have enemies. It's okay to have friends, but it is not okay to have friends who are deceitful, who are actually enemies inside their heart. You're my brother, but you're not like my brother. You're jealous of me. I'm your older brother. Because I earned so much fame, wealth, I'm the king of all the 3 worlds. You're jealous of me. You are like ungrateful. It's just like a honeybee goes to the flowers and sucks the honey out of them and leaves the honey. It's just like that. You're living off my wealth and you're just actually not being grateful. If it was not you, if it was anybody else, I would have killed them right then and there. Fie on you, dhikkar hai. Chi. I despise you. I hate you. Ravan is furious. As soon as he hears these words, Vibhishan's dhik, meaning fie on you, he rises up from the ground and goes up in the air. Right? The Sanskrit word is used utpata, which means like when we go out in the hot sun and say we are not wearing shoes, when we touch the hot sun with our feet, we automatically reflex, we pull up our feet in the air. Similarly, Vibhishan and 4 ministers of his rose up in the air. Vibhishan says, you are my older brother. You're as respectable as my father. So I will always worship you like that. But the words you speak are unpardonable. I wanted to give you the right advice. It's people always, you listen to the words which are pleasing. It's very difficult to hear words which were unpleasant, but they are true. These are the same words Marich said when Ravan wanted to kidnap Sita and he wanted Marich to become the golden deer. These are the same exact words he said, that people just want to hear pleasant words. If somebody's saying unpleasant words which are good to you, they don't want to hear. So you don't want to hear those unpleasant words, Ravan. So I have no service here. May there be auspiciousness with you. I take your leave. Now, Vibhishan leaves. Vibhishan, along the 4 ministers, very shortly. Vibhishan didn't think for a moment. He didn't go see his wife. He didn't take any clothes, didn't do nothing, didn't take any meal, didn't take anything. Along with the four ministers, he reaches the shore where Ram, Lakshmana are there. And he comes to Ram and Lakshman. That's the language Valmiki ji uses. He says, he doesn't go, he comes. And that's the first time when he goes up in the air, Valmiki uses the word Shriman for Vibhishan. Shriman meaning who has the blessings of Shri, Sita, Mother Sita, because he has decided to take the shelter of Sri Ram. So he says, like, if you're watching a movie, the camera has shifted from the Ravan's palace to the seashore where Ram, Lakshmana are seated, along with the Vanaras. Sugriv is there, Jambavant is there, everybody's there, right? And Valmiki ji uses the word Agajama, meaning they have come, they have arrived, right? And then they are in their own Rakshasa attire with their helmets, ornaments, they have weapons. The Vanaras who are sitting there, the monkeys who are sitting there, like, who are these people? They seem like Rakshasa. They seem they attack us. So the Vanaras don't have weapons. They pick up the stones, the boulders, the trees, and they're ready to attack. And Vibhishan then says, he doesn't go directly to Ram. He is addressing Sugriv, right? And this is how we should do. We don't directly, the Lord always wants a recommendation of a devotee. Like we cannot directly go. That's why we need a guru. We need we need Srila Prabhupada. We need a guru through whom we can approach the Lord. So Vibhishan says to Sugriv, I am the younger brother of Ravan, who is very evil. How is he introducing himself? With humility. With utter humility, he is introducing himself. Ravan abducted Mother Sita from Panchavati, and I have tried to tell him multiple times, Puna, I've told him multiple times to give Mother Sita back, but he has not listened. Now I've come, giving up my kingdom, giving up my family, giving up my son, giving up my wife, giving up everything. Now I've come to take shelter of Lord Ram. Lord Ram is Sarvaloka Sharanyaya, meaning he gives shelter to everybody. He gives shelters to the Devas, he gives shelter to the Danavas, he gives shelter to the Rakshasas, he gives shelters to the birds, the animals, he gives shelters to everyone. I have read in the scriptures that taking the shelter of the Lord is the biggest thing in life. I've read many scriptures, and that's the essence of the scriptures. I've been waiting for this time. And I see the Lord face to face. So, Sugriva, will you please go tell Ram quickly that Vibhishan has come to take his shelter? Please don't delay. Go and tell that Vibhishan has come. Ram, will he not accept a Rakshasa like me when he can accept the whole world? Will he not accept me? Please humbly tell him that I've come for his shelter. Sugriva hears. Ram is also hearing. Sugriva goes to Ram. Sugriva says, Ravan's brother has come, younger brother. He wants to take your shelter, but we have to be careful because these demons are crafty. They do magic. They can change forms. We don't know what his intentions are. I think we should punish him. He's Ravan's brother. No, I think we should kill him. Ram smiles and says, I know you have good intentions, but one should take the advice of others too before making a decision. So let's see what others have to say. And the monkeys say, Ram, you know everything. You're the knower of all the three worlds. You're an expert who knows what to do. But since you're asking us, we will do this as a service to you. Angad then comes up and says, this Ravan coming here is, Vibhishan coming here is very suspicious. We don't know what his intentions are. We have to assess his good qualities and bad qualities. If we know that he has good qualities and enough good qualities, then we might keep him. Then comes another monkey called Sharaba. And he says, we should put a spy against Vibhishan and try to find out why is he here? What is his intention? Then another, the wisest of them, Jamwant, says, I don't know if this is the right time and the right place when Vibhishan has come. Indirectly thinking, why didn't he come earlier? Why is he coming now? Why is he taking shelter now? Another monkey, Mainda, then he says, we should interrogate him. We should interrogate him deeply for a long time. Then we will find out what his purpose is. Everybody has spoken except one. That is Hanumanji. And when Hanumanji's turn comes to speak, Valmiki says very beautifully that the one who's very cultured speaks softly, speaks sweetly and briefly. Not like me who's speaking for so much time. He speaks briefly, and Hanumanji then says, Ram, you're better. You're more eloquent than Brahaspati, who is the guru of the demigods in eloquence. You're a better person. I don't want to, by my words, I don't want to create a rift, a quarrel between us. Because you've given me this service, I'm just trying to tell what I see is fit. I don't think so we can assess his bad qualities and good qualities in such a short span of time. I don't think so we can send a spy now that he's already here. I don't think so we can interrogate him so much right now. I think based on how he's presented himself, the language he has used, his face is pleasant. He has not come at the wrong time because he's compared your qualities, your strength, that you killed Bali, you destroyed the 14,000 demons, and he's compared Ravana, and he finds you much more powerful and much more virtuous than Ravan. I think he's come at the right time and the right place. There's nothing in his body language, nothing in his voice, nothing in his demeanor says that he has evil intentions. I think you should accept him like one of us. That would be my request, but again, it's up to you, whatever you decide. Ram is pleased by hearing Hanumanji's words. But at the same time, in his heart, there is pain. Because he's thinking, everybody spoke about Vibhishan. What is in Vibhishan's heart? How will he harm me? How will he harm Sugriva or Lakshman? Why is he come there? It's all about Vibhishan, Vibhishan, Vibhishan. But what about me? Nobody thought about my heart? Nobody thought, how would Ram feel? So Ram says, I also want to speak a few words. Listen to me carefully. So Ram says, if somebody comes to you for shelter, according to the Shastras, he has to be given shelter. According to our gurus, according to the sages, he has to be given shelter. Right? And whether he's a wicked person or not a wicked person doesn't matter, because according to our Shastras, he has to be given shelter. But Sugriva is not convinced. He says, Ram, I like your words, how you're speaking. I like the intention, but this guy can be harmful, right? And then Ram says, see, all brothers cannot be like Bharat. Bharat is the strength, best of the brothers. All sons cannot be like myself, Ram, saying he's best of the sons. And all friends cannot be like you. You're like the best of the friends. So whether this guy has a bad quality or a good quality, I have to accept him. And what do you think? Can he do any subtlest of the harm to me? If I want, with just the tip of my big finger, I can kill all the demons, all the yakshas, all the danavas. They cannot harm me. Listen, I've heard a story from my elders. There were two pigeons, one male and a female, husband and a wife. They were in the forest. A hunter had put a trap, where the grains on the ground and the trap was put on top of the grains. And the female bird got caught in the trap. The hunter killed the female bird, and the male bird was seeing that. The hunter, after eating and taking care of the female bird, came back and sat underneath the tree, and on that tree, the male bird was sitting. The male bird was thinking, he is my guest. He has come under my shelter. This is my house. This is my tree. So I should be hospitable towards this hunter, even though he killed my wife. Even though I have to give up my life to satisfy this hunter, I shall do so. He gives other examples of the sages who've said that we have to give shelter. Vibheeshana thinks, how glorious my friend is. How glorious is my friend, right? So at that time, let me pull up this verse. He says, I agree with you, Ram. What you're saying is beautiful. Then Ram says the Charam Shloka, the important shloka in Ramayana, on which the whole of Ramayana is there, right? He says, Shakrit eva prapannaya tava asmi iti cha yachate abhayam sarva bhutebhyo dadami etad vratam mama. So Ram says, if for only once somebody says, I'm yours, Ram, I'm yours, I will give him full protection against everybody. That is my promise. Ram is giving a promise. He just not only keeps his promise, but he keeps the promise of even his father. So he's saying that even if only once says, I'm yours, Tava Asmi, I shall give him full protection. Right? So this is the same thing which is said in Bhagavad Gita. In the last chapter, 18th chapter, Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityaja mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tvam papebhyo mokshayeshami ma sucha. Do not fear. So Krishna says, abandon all varieties of religion. Just surrender to me alone. I will absolve all your sins. Do not fear. Right? That's the essence. Surrender is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Surrender is the essence of Ramayana. And then Ram says, Even if Ravan comes now and he asked for shelter, I will give him shelter. What to tell about Vibhishan? So Ram is that personality, that God, who just says, I'm yours. So right now, I would just say, all of you, let's please close our eyes, fold our hands, and just say the words Tava Asmi, thinking about Lord Ram on this day of Ram Navami, and says, I'm yours. So please fold your hands and say Tava Asmi. Right? This is powerful. Every day when you get up and you go to your altar, to your DT room, every day make that Tava Asmi from your heart, I'm yours. And you will see that you will feel fearless. Lord Ram will give that fearlessness in our hearts. So that is the power of surrender. Surrender has six things in it. There are 6 limbs of surrender. Right? It is said in Hari Bhakti Vilas, Anukulasya Sankalpa Pratikulasya Varjanam. Which means do things, Anukulasya Sankalpa, do things which are favorable to Krishna consciousness. We should do all the things which are favorable, right? So Vibhishan came to Ram. That is favorable for Krishna consciousness. That is favorable to Ram consciousness. Pratui kulasya varjanam. Don't do things which are not favorable to Krishna consciousness. Living with Ravan was not helping his Krishna consciousness. Living with Ram was not helping him take the shelter of Ram. So he gave up that. Rakshishyati Vishwasho. Just surrender that, yes, Ram is going to protect me. So yes, Ram, he gave up his everything. Rakshishyati Vishwasa, that Ram is going to protect me. Gotrave Varanam Tatha. We have to believe that he is going to maintain us. Ram or Krishna is going to maintain us. He is only our maintainer. He gave up everything and just surrendered, saying, I'm just under your care, Ram. Atmanikshepa Karpanye, Atmanikshepa, that give up everything, give up yourself completely. With his mind, body, and words, he gave up everything to Ram. And Karpanya means humility. How humble he is. He gave his identification. He says he is the younger brother of that evil Ravan. Sadvida Sharanagati. These are the 6 limbs. What are the 6 limbs? Do things which are favorable to Krishna consciousness. Don't do things which are not favorable to Krishna consciousness. That's the second thing. Third thing, believing that Krishna is my protector. Fourth, Krishna is my maintainer. Fifth, complete surrender. And sixth is humility. Those are the 6 things if we want to really surrender to the Lord. Even Bhakti Vinod Thakur, our Acharya, says, Manasa deho geho je kuchu more arpilo tua pade Nanda Kishore. Means mind, body, and family, whatever may be mine, I have surrendered at your lotus feet, O youthful son of Nanda. Even the same thing is there in Sikshashtakam. So Ram says this, and Vibhishan is like, how wonderful is my friend. Sugriv is, how wonderful is my friend. So he goes to Vibhishan, come, Ram is giving you shelter. And Vibhishan, from the sky, he comes down and with prostrated obeisances, Dandavat to Ram, and he's crying, and all the 4 ministers are also doing prostrated obeisances at the feet of Lord Ram. And Vibhishan says that I have given up everything. I've given up my friends, my family, my wealth, my kingdom. Everything now is at your disposal, Ram. Right? I was gone to Rhode Island last week. And I was like, for 2 days, I was like thinking, when will I go home? Now, Vibhishan, even though he's a good wife, good kids, Sarma was his wife who was helping Mother Sita. and Trijata was his daughter. So even though he had a good wife, he gave up everything to be at the shelter of Lord Ram. That doesn't mean we gave up our family life, but such is the surrender because he was in that situation. So he's bowing down. Vibhishan is bowing down to Lord Ram. Lord Ram picks him up, embraces him, and says words of consolation. And he drinks the love of Vibhishan through his eyes. Beautifully, Valmiki ji says that Ram is drinking the love of Vibhishan through his eyes. And then he tells Lakshman, Sumitra Nandan, please get the water from the ocean, make Vibhishan the king of Lanka. Right? Even though the war has not happened, Ram is so generous. And he's telling, I take a vow of my 3 brothers that I will kill Ravan, all the Rakshasas, and I will make him I'll give Vibhishan the kingdom. So Sumitra Nandan, Lakshman, you go and get the water and do his Abhishek. So Lakshman does the Abhishek, and our Acharyas are commenting. Just 2 shlokas ago, Ram had mentioned that even if Ravan comes, he will give him the shelter. So if Ravan comes, and now he's made Vibhishan the king of Lanka. So if Ravan comes and says, and gives up Mother Sita and takes his shelter, what will he give Ravan? Because now Lankapati or the king of Lanka is Vibhishan. Then the commentators say that Ram will make Ravan the king of Ayodhya. Then they say, Bharat is there. He's already ruling on behalf of Ram. He's ruling Ayodhya now. So where will Bharat go? And the commentators say Ram will actually give the Vaikuntha world to Bharat. And Ram will stay in the forest like he's doing right now. Ram is that merciful. He's that big heart. Right? And when the Vanaras, when the monkeys heard and saw all this benevolent nature of Lord Ram, they jumped in joy and they kept saying, Sadhu, Sadhu. It's so wonderful. Let's all just say, Sadhu, Sadhu, that Vibhishan Maharaj has taken the shelter of Lord Ram. We all pray that we can also take the shelter of Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, or Narasimhadev, or whoever is our Ishtadev. On this day of Ram Navami, we all pray that we can take the shelter of Ram too. So that being said, I conclude the session here. Anybody has any comments, feedback, questions?
Prabhu, this is from Valmiki Ramayana?
Yes, this is from Valmiki Ramayana. Yeah, I did not share anything because that's, you will see this. I hope it was not boring.
No, Prabhu, it was interesting.
Yeah, it was a wonderful session, Prabhu. Thank you very much. Very nice katha.
Thank you.
So I was reading about the Sugriva one, right? The last thing that you just explained. So when he was saying that, even when Ravana comes and surrender to him, he will give Ayodhya and etc. And finally, Sugriva asked him, where will you, that is Rama, will reside? And Rama replied saying that I will reside in all the devotees' heart, right?
Yes.
So there is one.
Yeah, some commentators say in the hearts of the devotees, some commentators says in the forest.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, but that's a very, very nicely narrated, Prabhu. Thank you very much. It was so wonderful. This is the first time I sat for like 45 minutes continuously. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thanks,
So this is the same thing we're going to do on Sunday, but with music, right? With the shlokas from Valmiki Ramayana.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Right. So this is going to be probably 1 hour, 15 minutes, but that will be more musical. more with the shlokas, and you will see the tone completely changes, the ambience comes changed, because the people, there are two Matajis who are going to recite the shlokas. One Prabhu is going to play on the violin, one Prabhu is going to play the guitar, one Prabhu is going to play the mridanga. We were practicing at your place, so that makes a whole lot of a difference.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm. So all these slogas are from Valmiki Ramayana?
Yes, everything is from Valmiki Ramayana. Valmiki Ramayana is so wonderful, so beautiful poetry, so beautiful things what he has mentioned. One thing I forgot to mention, I'll say now. When Vibhishan said those words of surrender, one katha comes to mind is, after Ramanujacharya, there was an acharya called Parashar Bhatt. He used to give a lot of kathas. And he was once giving the purport, explaining the purport of a scripture, and then a hunter comes. The hunter has a rabbit in his hand. And so Parasharji then stops in the middle and says, "How can I help you? Why are you here?" And the hunter says, "I hunt animals from in the morning till evening. I kill them, I take their skin out, sell it, I eat the meat. This is how I feed my family. I sharpen my arrows, I tighten my bow string. This is my livelihood. I do it every day." So in the morning, I was aiming at this rabbit, and this rabbit came running at my feet. I did not have the heart to kill the rabbit, because he came and just surrendered at my feet. And so I've come here. This rabbit is with me. I don't know what to do with this rabbit. And then Parashar Bhatt then faints. All the disciples of Parashar Bhatt are scared. What happened to our guru? They shouted. They tried to wake him up. They put water on him. He wakes up, and then ask him, "What happened, Guruji? Why did you faint?" He says, "See this hunter. He has such a hard heart. Even he's moved by a rabbit surrendering to his feet. He cannot kill that rabbit. What about our Lord Ram? He's an expansive heart. He has a soft heart. How magnanimous he is. Why don't we just surrender to him and he will accept us? If a hunter can accept a rabbit, why will our Supreme Lord, whose heart is soft like butter, cannot accept us?" So that's what we have to do.
We have to have the thing to surrender, first of all.
We don't have anything. We have to surrender ourselves.
That's what we have to surrender ourselves. That thing should come in within us. Only then we can surrender.
So hearing, chanting, devotee association.
What time is it on Sunday? Same 4 o'clock?
4:30.
Where's the location? Sunday.
Okay.
Thank you, Deepti, for joining. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, and my question is, you mentioned about in the some mantra, you say powerful, what there was every morning.
I can't hear you. Can you speak up a little louder, Gauri Mataji?
Yeah, talk louder. Oh, sorry. You mentioned in the one mantra we have to say every morning, and is so powerful.
Yes, it's called Tava Asmi. I'm yours. Tava
Taba
Asmi. I'm yours. Tava Asmi.
Taba Asmi. Asmi. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Deepti Mataji, Deepti, you're joining for the first time. Anything from you? Right. Okay. Anybody else wants to share anything? Otherwise, we'll stop here, right? And say our prayers. May Lord Ram give us his shelter. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। वाल्मीकि रामायण की जय। श्री रामचंद्र लक्ष्मण राम सीता लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय। हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा। We'll see you next week. We will continue with our Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.